So today we're here with Andrew McLaren. Welcome, Andrew. Thanks for being here.
Hi, thank you.
Hi. Andrew is a former U.S. Marine. He's a sergeant in the U.S. Marines. And we're going to catch up with him today and talk about what he's been up to since he graced the cover of Millennium Magazine. Andrew, congratulations on your engagement.
Thank you. I appreciate
That's
it.
so exciting.
It is. I think love is my biggest inspiration.
Yes.
So, yeah, been doing some cool things since we last met. Gotten to travel the world a little bit. I filmed a show in Brazil, Argentina, and Mexico that's still on called Chrome Underground. And I got to executive produce my first feature film called Sugar Fields, which we did in Puerto Rico.
Tell me about Sugar Fields. I know that you're executive producer on that. What inspired you to get involved with that? And tell us, what is it about?
Okay. Well, first, I don't want to take all the credit. I'm co-executive producer. My business partner, David DeVilla, is the other EP on it. Basically, I was in Puerto Rico. I was living in Puerto Rico off and on, and I was in San Juan, and I met two guys. One's from England, and the other one was from Connecticut, and they had just gotten back from China, where they were doing some stuff, and just real hungry dudes. And I saw their project, and they built up a community of artists, and everybody was chipping in and trying to make this thing come to life. And what attracted me about it was that I was adopted, and I grew up in Yonkers, New York, in an area that was kind of, I guess you could say, gangsters, real gangsters, and then the contradiction, there was cops and gangsters, and this boy in the story has to kind of choose: does he want to be on the right side of the law, or does he want to break the law to support his family? And this kid ultimately decides that he wants to stay on the right side of the law. And I just think I kind of identified with that, seeing people that I grew up with try to be tough guys and end up in jail.
Yes, yes. What inspired you to become a U.S. Marine?
Well, it was something I always wanted to do growing up, but I never really had the guts to do. I was athletic. I was always in good shape, and I kind of wanted to do it to prove that, hey, I'm tough enough to be able to do this.
How old were you when you made that decision?
I was actually a couple months after my 21st birthday, and what kind of pushed me over the edge was I was in college. I was modeling. I had a pretty successful modeling career. I was doing commercials all over New York. And then after 9/11, I was like, all right, this is kind of like my chance to really rise to the occasion.
Yes.
And my grandfather was in World War II, and then after the service, he became a doctor. My dad was in Vietnam, and after the service, he had an Ivy League education. He became a stockbroker. So for me, it was never a last resort. It was always something to kind of, I guess you could say, better my life, and also give me life experience, and also do something honorable to serve my country.
Well, you come from a family with a service heart. Now, with the modeling, so I'm imagining you always had a very good fitness regimen. Did the Marines take that to the next level for you? Because I've seen other pictures online, and I mean, obviously, when you're in character, too, you're very ripped. Yeah. Did they teach you how to take it to the next level, or did you already know?
Well, I've been boxing since I was 13.
Oh, wow.
So I was in and out of the gym every day, jumping rope. I had a really sick work ethic, and then I ran track in high school. So I was able to run, I could fight. When I got to boot camp, I already was, I was pretty good. I was banging out 24 full pull-ups.
I can't do like 2, Andrew. It's terrible.
Yeah. But I've seen guys that couldn't do 2, and then they trained all the time, and then they got up to 20. So to answer your question, I was always in good shape, but yeah, the Marines, obviously, they push you beyond your limits, because you're running with 40 people, and the last thing you want to do is quit. So absolutely, they push you to the next level, and it kind of got me over my fear of heights, having to climb everything and slide out of helicopters at 90 feet up in the air, and you got to slide down a rope, stuff like that. Yeah, they definitely push you to a new level. Some of the swims and things like that.
So, with that being said, has that helped you? I know that in some of the films, you've also been asked to do stunts. So So talk about your stunt career.
Okay, well, I mean, in Stars and Stripes, for instance, yeah, I had to jump out of a helicopter with full gear, and then the guy that I was training, the trainer on Biggest Loser, couldn't swim, so I had to go back and grab him. And when you're in the water with full gear, it's really difficult to swim.
Yes.
And we have the rotor from the helicopter, the rotor wash, so I had to kind of pull him. Yeah, everything I've done in Hollywood, I mean, Chrome Underground, I was climbing over walls with glass, and I would get glass on my leg in Brazil, and then they would have me do all my own driving in Mexico, and there's a helicopter overhead, so I'm racing this Mustang, this '66 Mustang through the desert in Mexico, and I got a helicopter, filming me and everything like that. So yeah, and then I got hired to do stunts in a movie in Sri Lanka about Gandhi.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now, what do we have to look forward to you doing soon? What's coming up for you?
I just booked a film out in LA. I can't really talk about it, but I'm really excited to work with these young and hungry producers and director. That's the next thing I have going on. It's really just in the pre-production phase right now, and we're just trying to wrap up Sugarfields and get it out to as many people as possible.
When do you think that'll be wrapped up, Sugarfields? What is your dream for that?
I really don't know. I'm blessed that I got to produce Price We Pay, because I can say I'm the producer of a Golden Globe winning actress, Gina Rodriguez. But
Which is amazing.
yeah, from producing, I would say within the next year, we're really trying to get it finished.
Before we go, what would you like to be remembered for, Andrew? You've done so much.
I want to be remembered for a guy who never quit and who did everything possible to try to better the life and the world that I live in.
Beautiful. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
You're amazing.
Well,
Keep it up.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.